brain exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine and Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor. That you can't wait to comment on my mistakes and my blunders. Hey, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I'm the most hated, but play I'm taking your date and your woman. Oh dang, your date is your woman. I trade her later if you want her. And she bring friction like Raiden and Blanca. Statements behaving like Saint dangerous when drinking angry. The same with a mama. Pain with no gain is a bomber. Hit you with sticks.
What it do, what it do, what it do? This your boy Hen checking in once again, my friend. Episode 84 to the Pullout Game Podcast. You already know the vibes, man. You know your boy coming on back. More jerseys, more entertainment, more to talk about. And like I said, the craziest jersey collection of all time right here. No debate, no contest, without a doubt, right here. So, yeah. How y'all been doing out there, man? Appreciate y'all been subscribing. The time I wasn't uploading video, y'all was still supporting, subscribing, commenting, hitting likes. Y'all still doing y'all thing for the Pullout Game, man. And I appreciate y'all for real, man. I want to talk about some stuff. A lot of stuff been going on. I want to speak on something real quick though before we get to the jersey. Y'all know I gotta pull the jersey out first, man. I want to have it, hanging up. You know how we do. Doing the new form of how we doing it now. Pulling the jersey out a little quicker. Cause y'all remember the earlier episode, you know what I'm saying? I talk my talk. Or if I had a guest on, we talk, I talk. And then, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, y'all end up seeing the jersey. And some people will give me ideas like, why don't you, pull the jersey out, earlier so we can see what's going on. And, they say they'll still be guessing what jersey it is because, it ain't been pulled out. And then when it do get pulled out, y'all can see it. I just don't have to take as long to do it. So, yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I've been thinking that too, though. But y'all give insight too. And I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all loving the channel. I'm doing this because I love to do it. And I'm doing it for y'all too. So, y'all the Pullout Game, man. G-A-N-G. So if y'all got ideas or something like that, man, it sound like a years ahead light bulb, a good idea. Bam. I'm gonna put it on there. We're gonna work with it. We're gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna pull the first jersey out real quick, without a doubt. Dude, legendary. He definitely don't get it propped like he deserves, but he should get big flowers, man. But the jersey I'm finna pull out, legendary, man. Legendary. For real, for real. Let's get to it. I bet y'all don't know who this is. Yeah, all still everything Oakland Athletics. Who is this, man? Who is this? Y'all don't even know who this is, man. All still everything who? Man, I ain't gonna turn around yet. Y'all see it? Oakland Athletics, man. The Oakland A's, number 43. Man, y'all probably ain't gonna get it if y'all ain't no real baseball heads. But jersey this is right here, the all still everything. The one and only Dennis Eckersley, man. Dennis Eckersley. I know a lot of y'all watch the channel. Some jersey, I'm like, damn, like I said, I pulled out jersey like the George Floyd jersey. And, y'all know George Floyd, man. The incident that happened. Dude that died, put his foot on his neck. Y'all know the police did that dirty stuff, man. But I had his basketball jersey and his football jersey. So, his high school football jersey, college basketball jersey. So, I pull stuff out like that. I'm going to pull out the, like I said, of course, y'all know I pulled out the LeBron jersey, the Michael Jordans, the Hank Aaron's, you know what I'm saying, the shit, the Tom Brady's and all that too. But it's a lot of players too that's legendary for real. Y'all might not know who they are. And if y'all baseball heads, y'all definitely know who this is. But if y'all not baseball heads, y'all lost in the sauce, man. But that's y'all lost, man. But I'm finna bring y'all back. I'm finna pull y'all out the lost and found box, man. This Dennis Eckersley, man. A true legend, man. A true legend. Like, man, This is like one of the greatest relief pitchers of all time. He might be the greatest. But we're gonna talk about that too, man. Let's talk about it. Yeah, man. Dennis Eckersley, man. Stop playing with this guy. Oh, Dennis, man. Dennis Eckersley, man. Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. This Dennis Eckersley, all still everything Oakland A's jersey, man. But look, we're gonna get into it. I just want to say something real quick. I ain't gonna make it long. I want to talk about Stephen A. beefing with Jaylen Brown. And I don't want to say beefing because, you know, they ain't through no punches or nothing like that. But at the same time, you know, Stephen A. said something to Jaylen Brown. I ain't gonna get all into that. I just want to, because that ain't the part I want to speak on. But Stephen A. said something about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown clapped back on his stream. You know, they had lost in the playoffs, and Stephen A. said something, and Jaylen Brown clapped back. If y'all don't know Jaylen Brown, is Jaylen Brown, the basketball player for the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm saying? The forward for the Boston Celtics. But look, man. Look here, man. They got into it, and like I said, they went back and forth. Stephen A. said something, and then like I said, Jaylen Brown clapped back, and then he said, F Stephen A., you know, he's not a real journalist and all that. Well, I'm going to play both sides, right? And not because I'm trying to play both sides, I'm just being fair. Stephen A. was a journalist, beat writer, columnist, and all that stuff. He put his work in. I can't say he ain't put his work in. The man put his work in. Let be real. I Pull Out Game Podcast, we call stuff out. The man put his work in. He did. I can't take that away from him. So when Jaylen Brown say he ain't a real journalist, he not a journalist now. You know what I'm saying? He be on First Take, but at the same time, Stephen A. been in the locker rooms, and he been writing columns and you know, and stories and breaking news. He done did all that stuff. So everybody knows Stephen A. do that for real. I mean, Jaylen Brown know that too, but you gotta clap back some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But you know, somebody, I don't know. I mean, that's just the way it is though. But look, what I don't like about what Stephen A. said, you know, and what he do, what I don't like, when he be like, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. I know your people. And then, like, he be talking like he's so hard, like the mob boss stuff. Like, you didn't learn that in college, being a journalist and doing media work, trying to be a mob boss, man. He played a character on General Hospital named Brick. One like to live General Hospital, his name Brick, and he like a mob boss, secret agent type dude, and he act like that. And I think Stephen A. done took on that persona or that character he played on the soap opera. But you know, none of y'all don't like it too, cause one of the coolest dudes ever that was on ESPN, he died. Rest in peace, the late great Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott used to say the stuff that Kendrick Perkins used to be doing. Like, you know, when Stuart Scott, you be had them little catchphrases like cool as the other side of the pillow and booyah, and you know, he used to say like little slick witty line that got something to do with, you know, with what he talking about, you know, with a highlight or something he showcasing. And you know, he made it real fun. Stuart Scott went on there talking, I do this and I do this to your people, and you know, you don't want to make an enemy out of me, and sending damn near like death threats through ESPN. And I don't like that. What I don't like about Stephen A. man, like what happened to the Chris Berman, the Rich Eisens, and all them that used to just talk about the game, just talk about the game. You know, Stephen A. got $100 million contract and count by the pocket and what it is, but I feel like he don't got all this money. He feel like he's a superstar rapper, gangster, athlete, you know what I'm saying, performer, artist, and he think he just this famous big. He is big time famous. You see Stephen A. in the street, people gonna want to take pictures and do all that. He is famous, but you're not, you know, you're famous, but you're not famous like you think you're famous. Is what I'm saying. You know, you're definitely famous, but not famous like you think you're famous. So, you know, all this mob boss talk, and you know, and threats, and oh, there's just too much going on, man. Like, You know, people like you for your loudness, your yelling, and your antics, and your animation. They like that. But all that extra stuff, man, it just ain't gonna rock, man. And, you know, I don't know, man. I feel Jaylen Brown say what he had to say, and Stephen A say, look, that's his opinion. And, you know, you'll be more respected, Stephen A, if you, like, on certain things, you would take the high road on, because it don't look, that gangster look don't look right on you, man. It just don't. It just don't look right on you, man. And I ain't saying Jaylen Brown should go around just saying what he want to say, just dissing people like that. And, you know, and Stephen A should just take it. But a certain way how you should say it. You know, but all that mob boss talk, man, that ain't gonna play in your favor. See, if Stephen A took the low road and just said, look, that's your opinion, you know what I'm saying, we ain't getting all that and stuff like that, Stephen A would have looked better than Jaylen Brown would have. But by Stephen A taking the mob boss role and making him look a little weaker, like it don't look right on you. Some things, people think they do gangster stuff or they clap back and they think, like, I got the upper hand. But in that public eye, it don't look right and make that person look like the loser. So, I don't know, man. It just don't look right, man. But I just want to speak on that. Stephen A, man, just stick to the commentating in the first take debates, man. Just be a debater, man. No politics either. Just be a debater. And you know, I know y'all probably, or he probably saying like, who are you to tell me what to do? Yeah, but them, like, being a mob boss is not your field, my boy. And politics is not your field, my boy. So I'm just saying, you know, you great at first take. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When Stephen A ain't on first take, I don't even watch it. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't watch it. I'm like, damn, Stephen A. So don't give me credit. I'm just being honest. When Stephen A not on first take, I don't watch it. But when he on there, I be kind of curious. Like, let me see what Stephen A got to say about this, about that. Stephen A is great at what he do. I can't take that away from him. But that mob boss stuff, man, you doing too much, man. Like, that's all I'm saying, man. But like I said, Stephen A, he a character, and I mean, he a real person. He's not an anime character or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, for his personality on film, on TV, on screen, that how he come across, like the animation. But that would draw a lot of people to watch Stephen A. A lot of people talk about Stephen A so much because they watch Stephen A so much. So a lot of people that talk about somebody a lot, it's because they're famous and they get showed places a lot. So that means they're a hot commodity. Like, you know what I'm saying? They box office, people want to see them and hear what they got to say. So yeah, so Stephen A get talked about a lot because people watch him a lot. He's like I said, a hot commodity. And hot commodity means like a person that's famous and get hot takes on debates and stuff he has to say, and people tune in on him. And like, you know, he famous for that. Hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. But look, we done spoke on that. Let's get back to the situation at hand. Did the All-State everything, Dennis Eckersley jersey, Oakland A's, Oakland Athletics, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he played on the team with Ricky Henderson. And you know, it's crazy too, man, because before we get into Dennis Eckersley, I want to say, like I said, rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. Rest in peace, Pete Rose. Who else? And rest in peace, Dikembe Mutombo. Yeah, that was crazy. The reason I brought their names up is because I did a segment on their jerseys. And right, like, you know what I'm saying, I did a segment on their jersey, and right after I did the segment, they end up passing away. They was alive. They end up passing away. And that was creepy. Like, out of all the jerseys I got so many jerseys. Like, nowhere near, like, you know what I'm saying, even close to being done showing these jerseys. But at the same time, out of all the jerseys, those are the jerseys I picked. And when I picked those jerseys, they end up dying like a day or two after, or like right the next day. That was creepy, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I be scared to show jerseys on here, cause I be like, man, I don't want be the demise of their death or nothing like that. I don't know. I just think they're just so crazy, man. But look, rest in peace to all them. You know, I know that was just like a coincidence. Ricky Henderson, one of the ones that I showcased his jersey for the Oakland A's, and he died like a day after that, or a couple days before that. Like a couple days after that. And that was like crazy. But Ricky Henderson was the teammate of Dennis Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley, this dude, man, y'all just don't know about dude, man. Like, he born October 3rd, 1954, man. And he from California, man. Fremont, California. And his favorite team growing up was the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's, man. Like, that was his team growing up. He a California boy. What you expect? What you expect, y'all? And like I said, he became a rookie. He got drafted to the Cleveland Indians. And the Cleveland Indians picked him up. He became AL Rookie of the Year. And he ended up winning the World Series title. There's a player too named Kirk Gibson, y'all. He played for the Dodgers. And Kirk Gibson, man, I want to say it was 1988. And he came in as a pitch hitter. And he had like a lot of health problems. He was like, he could barely stand up. He used his baseball bat walking to the batter's box like some crutches. Like, he could barely stand up. And then Dennis Eckersley was in his prime. Well, not in his prime yet. He was getting there. I would say he was in his prime. Or close to it. He was in his prime, 1988. And Dennis Eckersley was the relief pitcher to close out the Dodgers for the World Series. And the crazy thing about it is it was like one of one things, man. It was like a one of one thing. And what I mean by that is Dennis Eckersley was up there pitching. He pitched to, Kirk Gibson. And, Kirk Gibson kept fouling the ball off. But every time he fouled the ball off, he was in pain. He was in bad pain. He was in pain. He was in pain. He was in pain. And it was just like real sad to watch. And you could tell like it wasn't going to end good for Kirk Gibson. Because Dennis Eckersley was throwing them pitches, man. And Kirk Gibson was fouling them all, but you could tell his body was giving out. The boy was in pain. He was injured. But I think at the time they needed something like a Kirk Gibson could hit, real great hitter, but he was so much in pain. But anyway, Kirk Gibson was up there in the battle box, damn near on his deathbed, it seemed like. And then he kept fouling the ball away. Then it actually kept throwing change-up, speed, curveballs, and fastballs, and all kind of pitches. And, Kirk Gibson was handling it. And you thinking he finna strike out or something, or he finna just give up or call the white, throw the white flag in. Man, Kirk Gibson ended up hitting a home run and won the game, a walk-off homer, man. And that was like one of the biggest legendary moments in history. And then Eckersley never got over that. Like, he started, he led the drinking and a lot of stuff, man. But Dennis Eckersley is one of the greatest relief pitchers of all time. He became a starter. He did great as a starter. He was striking out so many batters. And then later on, he had some situation going on with his wife and with his teammate. His teammate ended up stealing his wife. It's crazy, man. And his wife was cheating on him with Dennis Eckersley's teammate. And then they ended up getting married, dude. They had to ship Dennis Eckersley off, and he ended up going to another team. But, Dennis Eckersley, like I said, he played for the Cleveland Indians, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, the Oakland A's, and the St. Louis Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Then he was a commentator. He was elected in the 2004 Hall of Fame in 2004. But Dennis Eckersley got a crazy a pitching style too, man. His two favorite players of all time are Willie Mays and Warren Marichal. And Warren Marichal is a player that he looked up to, and where he got his pitching style from. He cocked his leg way up in the air and throw it sideways, and a lot of people say he was gonna hurt his arm, like pitching like that. But He been doing it all the years, man. He didn't get the Tommy John surgery or nothing like that, and he didn't have no bad elbow problems or nothing like that. But dude was a beast, man. Like I said, he became a relief pitcher, but he started off as a starting pitcher, and then he transitioned. All the stuff went on, and he really wasn't up to pitching a lot of innings, or they just want to try something new, and he became a relief pitcher. And he became like the greatest relief pitcher of all time. It got to the point he was so good at being a relief pitcher, when it was time for him to come to the mound to close the game out, all the people in the audience, in the crowd, that wasn't for the team that Dennis Eckersley was on, they would grab their keys, be looking for their keys and head on home. Like, they start reaching for their keys when he hit the mound. Because they knew how great he was. That's how good dude was. Like, he had that type of vibe to him, and he had that type of dominance to him. They was already grabbing their keys, and he just simply walking to the mound. Come on, man. What we doing here, man? Like, so, I mean, he become the first of two pitchers in Major League history to have both a 20-win season and a 50-save season in a career. Like, I'm talking about dude, strikeout, 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 strikeout. Ground ball out. I mean, it's hard to hit dude, man. Dennis Eckersley got a no-hitter too on his belt, under his belt. And Dennis Eckersley, he was so much of a perfectionist. He was coming to the mound every time. He was expecting like a no-hitter. Anytime he go on the mound as a starter, then when he was a starter, and he go on the mound and pitch, and somebody get a hit on him, he be like, damn. He just could not take it. Like, he was really expecting to have no hitters every time he faced batters. That's how confident he was in his game. So, yeah, man, I gotta tip my hat off to Dennis Eckersley, man. Like I said, he played for the Red Sox, the Cubs, and the Cardinals, the Indians, and the A's. But I pulled this jersey out for Dennis Eckersley because, be honestly, when you think of Dennis Eckersley, you think of, if y'all real baseball fans, y'all think of him with this jersey. This the jersey he's really like known for. Is like the Oakland A's. Even though he played for all them teams, he didn't start off with the A's, but people still resonate his career with the Oakland A's when they think of this dude right here, Dennis Eckersley. So that's why I pulled this jersey out, man. Dude, legendary. They don't talk about him enough, man. Like, dude, he's a GOAT as a relief pitcher, man. Y'all know relief pitchers here. That dude come in probably the 7th inning, the 8th inning, sometime the 9th inning. Shit, sometime the 6th inning. And when they come in, they might have a lead like 5-3 or 7-2 or 3-2 or whatever it is, and they finish the game off. No batters get no hits against them, and they finish the game off and get the win. And their team get a W. Thanks to that relief pitcher. And Dennis Eckersley, he was the best at doing it. Y'all stop playing with this guy, man. So yeah, this Dennis Eckersley, man. I want to show the jersey. Y'all know I got to show the jersey again, man. This episode 84, man. Pull Out Game Podcast, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Let's get it. Yeah, man. Dennis Eckersley, man. And this it right here. The Oakland A's, man. The Oakland Athletics. Let's get to it, man. All stitch everything, man. Yeah. All stitch everything, but your jersey ain't the game. This jersey is heavy too, man. I could bench press this. Next time I go to the gym or just want to work out, period. Man, I don't need no weight. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, these jerseys are heavy, man. You tell the authentics, man. These jerseys, like, you can feel the difference. Yeah, man. You already know it. Shout out to Dennis Eckersley, man. Dennis Eckersley, boy. one of the relief pitching goats, man. This is a relief pitching goat, man. Get the whole thing right here. This jersey is not a game, man. It's not a game. Yeah. Dennis Eckersley, man. Y'all look him up, man. He's not to be played with, man. Yeah, man. This Dennis Eckersley all-stick everything Oakland A's jersey, man. Not to be played with, man. I told y'all, man. You know, past couple weeks, past couple episodes, I've been pulling out mainly basketball jerseys. And that, you know what I'm saying? The reason for that, because I had a lot on my chest on the players that I did pull out. You know what I'm saying? The jerseys I did pull out, I had a lot I had to speak on right then. Had to get it off my chest. Sometimes, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't worry, man. All y'all baseball heads out there, football heads, of course, basketball heads, y'all know I got y'all, man. Sometimes I might have to just handle business with a certain jersey I gotta speak on, man. So it be like that sometimes on the pullout game, man. So, you know, y'all just bear with your boy, man. You know, I pull these jerseys out, man, in case a lot of y'all ain't baseball fans. I can get y'all on the what's going on, man, in the baseball world, man. These like legendary players, man, like legendary, man. The same way, like I said, a Barry Bonds is legendary in baseball. The same way y'all like a Magic Johnson in basketball. The same way y'all like Jerry Rice in football. Dennis, you know, players like this, Dennis Eckersley is a legend in the same right. They just don't get enough shine, you know, in their profession. But they legend just like those players I just named. You know what I'm saying? So he a legend the same way. So just believe me, if y'all don't know about them, that don't mean they ain't legends. That mean y'all ain't been watching enough. That mean y'all ain't been doing your homework enough. These folks got real life resumes that's like killing, shutting stuff down out here. And Dennis Eckersley one of those, man. I'm telling y'all, man, stop playing. So yeah, man, but look, this Dennis Eckersley, man, all stick everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Oakland A's jersey. I had to pull this jersey out. Dude, he one of a kind beast. You already know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. But yeah, man. This Dennis Eckersley, man. All stick everything. Oakland A's jersey, man. Let's get it.
My brain is exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine and Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor.
What it do, what it do, what it do? This your boy Hen. Y'all already know. Checking back on in once again. My friends. Segment 2. Pull Out Game Podcast, episode 84. Let's go. Yeah, man, look. I don't know if y'all hear. I hear rain out there. It's raining out there too, man. So it's a vibe going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We're finna, you know what I'm saying? The storm coming already here too. So with the pullout game, y'all already know what's going on. But look, man, I want to speak on something else too, man. You know, when I be tucked away and, you know, I ain't doing no podcast, no music, or, you know, if I'm not doing nothing, I'm just relaxed, not doing nothing, I hear stuff going on in the public. And they had the Kevin Hart roast, right? And a lot of backlash been going on with that. And I watched the Kevin Hart roast on Netflix when it was going on. I watched it, you know what I'm saying? And the dude that said the controversial George Floyd joke, when he said it, before any backlash came out, anything, the first thought was, I had paused it when he said this certain joke, and I was like, even though this a roast, and they say whatever, and they take it there, this one joke, and it wasn't like funny or classic or nothing like that, but what he said about George Floyd, it just didn't hit right, and it just felt more than a roasting joke. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a personal racism type of vibe. And when he said it, I can't remember how he said it, but he said something like, the jokes are so funny that George Floyd probably looking down on us and probably hard for him to breathe. It was some weird whack joke. And then right after he said it, they pointed the camera at Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart was just like just laughing and doing, you know, just like he couldn't take it, like it was just too funny. And that's why Kevin Hart got a lot of backlash. He was on the Breakfast Club and he was like, why y'all mad at me? Why y'all mad at me? You know what I'm saying? He was like, y'all acting like I said it. No, it ain't that you said it. It's just the fact after he said that lame joke, it was lame. And I ain't even saying that because of a black man, but it is a black man too. But at the end of the day, it wasn't funny though. It just wasn't. It was so basic and boring. And like, that's all you got type of joke. Like, it wasn't funny to me. It was whack. And then I don't like when you disrespect the dead too. Like, that's whack too. Anybody that disrespect the dead or talk about the dead while they gone, you lame as hell to me. I don't give a damn you joking or being for real or what, you lame to me. So that right there, I didn't rock with that too. But he kept saying on Breakfast Club, why are y'all mad at me? He said it. Tony Hinchcliffe said it. Why y'all mad at me? They mad at you. We ain't rocking with you with that because soon as he said it, you were dying laughing like it was the funniest thing ever. You could have been like, you know, I mean, that really set the tone too. That really put the icing on the cake. That what really made the punchline be a punchline, or you laughing because you're famous as you are and you did that. You know what I'm saying? You laughed over George Floyd's death like that. I know it's a roast, I get it. They say whatever, they take it there. They say the wildest thing, but just the fact a man died the way he did, and Tony Hinchcliffe, the white man said that, it just didn't fly with me, man. Yeah, man, so I just didn't like the tone and you know how it all went down, man. And Kevin Hart trying to play the innocent victim. You didn't say it true enough, but the way you was laughing, you might as well say it. You know, that's what people mad at you about. So that's what it was, man. But look, man, I want to speak on that, but look, we can talk about that a little more, or we cannot, because I really disgusted on how that went down. I watched it firsthand when it was on Netflix. And then when he said it at that moment, Tony Hinchcliffe said that weird, whack, lame joke, racist joke. I was like, I had paused it right after he said it. I took a thought. And I said, I know this a roast. This is my exact words I said to myself. I know this a roast. But I'm not an expert. But I got a feeling this, I don't know why this gonna get some backlash right here. This right here. And I don't know why. Millions of roasts. But for some reason, that joke made me say that. And I was right. Oh, come on, man. It's just the way times are, man. Just the way stuff went down. And a black man lost his life by a white policeman sitting on his neck. Damn near like just playing over him his life. And just abusing him and just playing with his life and his quality of life and to be on this earth. A police officer just played with it like that, sitting on his neck. In other way, you could have detained him, man. I mean, if anything, you could have put him in like ankle shackles or handcuffs or something if you didn't want him to move. But to take it there and for him to lose his life like that, a white police officer killing a black man like that, no matter what he did, the man didn't deserve to die like that. He didn't deserve to go out like that. Y'all could have found other way to detain him so he wouldn't go nowhere. And then the fact y'all make a joke over that man death like that. I know it's a roast, I get it, but Kevin Hart, man, you're a big superstar in the black community, man. And a lot of black people not claiming you, you know, for like they say you sold out, and you know, I get people say that, but I ain't gonna take it that you sold out. You doing your thing. I'm not a big Kevin Hart fan like that, but he got some things I'm like, okay, he did his thing with that, but they just think like really you sold out when they seen that roast, man. You laughing at a white man making jokes about George Floyd. And shout out and rest in peace to George Floyd too. Like I said earlier, I got George Floyd high school football jersey. I got George Floyd college basketball jersey. Yep. George Floyd actually played sports. He's not this gangster, weed smoking, mob boss, like Stephen A. trying to be type dude. He actually plays sports. So that's why I love the Pull Out Game podcast too, man. You can highlight stuff like that and shed light on players and other people that you didn't know play sport that really became something major in the news or entertainment or sport. You got it right here, man. So yeah, George Floyd plays sport. Y'all go watch the episode. I can't remember what episode it is, but I pulled out George Floyd actual football jersey, actual basketball jersey. high school football, college basketball. Rest in peace, George Floyd. No George Floyd slander, or especially none to the dead at all on this podcast, man. Don't play that. Don't do that at all. You can be an enemy of mine. If you dead, that's it. That's where it ended. We ain't no back and forth. Ain't no back and forth because they gone, but it ain't no me still talking about that dude. You know, I might bring up something here and there, or something that, you know, that remind me of a person. They did this and that, but before just slandering them, nope, you can't do that, man. Pull Out Game Podcast do not approve of that message. Not at all. But yeah, man, I just want to speak on that, man. So, Tony Hinchcliffe, I'm here to say, you know, my 2 cents probably don't matter, but I'm just here to say that joke was top 5 terrible jokes of all time. Yeah, man. Top 5 worst, lamest, corniest, wackest jokes of all time. Put that back in the lost and found box, man. And don't find no way to get it found. Keep that motherfucker lost. But yeah, man. We're gonna pull out the next jersey real quick. And to get to it, Pull Out Game Podcast back. You know the vibes, man. You know what's going on, man. Don't act like y'all don't know, man. I'm feeling the rain too, man. This rain vibe. Y'all can't see it, but it's raining, and the vibe is just the vibe, man. But look, we can get to the next jersey. I'm ready to pull this jersey out. This dude right here, legendary, man. Dog, I just can't wait to pull this jersey out, man. Cause a lot of my Georgia heads gonna love this jersey, man. Let's get to it, man. Stop playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Georgia in the house. Let's go, man. Man, number 16, man. Georgia Bulldogs, man. This is the Georgia Bulldog jersey, man. This the old school Georgia Bulldog jersey, man. Yeah, man. But who jersey is this? You know what, though? I'm tell y'all what, though, man. Before I even pull this jersey out, oh, well, let me take that before I even turn it around. I'm going to show y'all up front who jersey this is. Kirby Smart. Yeah, man. Kirby Smart, man. Yeah. The coach for the Georgia Bulldogs, man. This is college football jersey, man. Yes, Kirby Smart, the Georgia college football coach, played for the University of Georgia. Yeah. Kirby Smart, man. All still everything Kirby Smart jersey, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the 16. Got the 16 joint, 16. Yes. Ooh, this thing clean too, man. All still everything Kirby Smart jersey, man. They Kirby Smart, the Georgia Bulldogs coach. He actually played for the Georgia Bulldogs, man. Stop playing. That's something else we're going to speak on that too, man. Some in an earlier episode. You know what I'm saying? We're going to speak on something too. But look, this it right here, man. Yeah. Man, look, man. This the Georgia Bulldog coach, Kirby Smart, man. He won us a national championship. Y'all say us. That's my college football team. I'm representing Georgia, the Bulldog. I'm not no Atlanta Falcon fan, even though I got a lot of Atlanta Falcon jerseys. Cause look, it's greatness on them teams. You know what I'm saying? Andre Rison, Deion Sanders, the Atlanta Falcon, Brett Favre, who else? Goldberg, the wrestler, Bill Goldberg, he played for the Falcons. I pulled his jersey out. There's a lot of Falcons situation going on, man. A lot of Atlanta situations going on, man. But I got some more Atlanta Falcons too, man. Y'all hold tight, man. But yeah, man. I'm not a big fan, like I said, the Falcons, but I still recognize greatness, even on the team I don't like. Like, I'm not a big fan of LeBron, but y'all see I pulled out LeBron jersey last episode, man. We still like the jersey collection is like We don't play favoritism, man. If you got greatness in the show, we gonna pull it out, man, no matter what. So no favoritism here, man. Well, I do got favoritism, man. You know, my favorite player, Kevin Durant, and you know, MJ, Tom Brady, Randy Moss, Barry Sanders, Kenny Lofton, Barry Bonds, you know, like that, Hank Aaron. You know, I got my favorites of the sports of the three, but at the end of the day, no matter what, still got to show the greatness, man. If I'm not a big fan of them or not. And when I say I'm not a big fan of them, that don't mean I hate them or nothing like that. I'm just not as big a fan. You know, I got so many authentic jerseys. I can't be like I got to be a fan of them to an extent to get the jersey. But at the same time, just like they be my favorite, no, it's not that. It basically come down to that. They're not my favorite. But I like them enough to know that they're great. And they definitely had to get their jersey I had to get their jersey in the collection. So, yeah, that's what it is, man. But Kirby Smart, man. Kirby Smart. A lot of people don't even know, man. Everybody know, they categorize Kirby Smart as a Georgia boy. But a lot of people don't know Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart was born in Montgomery, Alabama. Yep, that's right. I'm be honest. Yep. Our Georgia coach that got 2 national championships was born in Alabama. Born in the state that Georgia go against all the time in college. So, yeah, like a ironic, weird twist of fate, but the Georgia coach that's won 2 championships, his birthplace is in Alabama, Montgomery. So, that's crazy. But, hey, it's what it is, though, man. That man won 2 national championships, 2021, 2022. You know what I'm saying? And, that Stetson Bennett, man, he brought it home, man. Shout out to Stetson Bennett. I got his jersey too, man. I had to pull his jersey out. Well, look here, man. Kirby Smart, we appreciate you giving us them 2 national championships. You brought it home. You know what I'm saying? You overcame, you know, the Alabama situation. You was a coach, assistant coach under Nick Saban. You know, you got some teaching from him, and I appreciate you brought that right along to Georgia. Got your own team together, your own squad, and brought us 2 national championships, man. Put Stetson Bennett behind the wheel, and it was on and cracking after that, man. And the thing about Kirby Smart, man. Kirby Smart, he was born in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Parents, Sonny and Sharon Smart. Sonny, the dad, Sharon, his mama. And like I said, but he grew up in Bainbridge, Georgia, though. He got a brother named Carl, sister named Kendall. You know what I'm saying? So, and Sonny Smart was a high school coach. And he began his playing career in Bainbridge High School. And then he ended up going to Georgia. And when he went to Georgia, guess who he played with, y'all? Y'all should know this, because I talked about it on an early episode, but there was many episodes ago, and I'm going to tell you why I talked about it. Who he played with? Y'all give up. He played with the famous actor on the same team, his college career, 94-95. He played on the same team as the actor, the famous actor, Omari Hardwick. You know Omari Hardwick that played Ghost on Power. Yes, 94-95, he played for the Georgia Bulldogs too. I pulled his jersey out on a way earlier episode, and I talked about this situation. Then I had the picture on there. The picture been floating around. Come on, man. They got a picture together. I don't know if they was after a game or doing practice, but they had their gear on, the jerseys on. Yeah. Omari Hardwick, Kirby Smart together taking a picture on the same team of the Georgia Bulldogs. Come on, man. What y'all talking about, man? Yeah. Omari Hardwick was the teammate with Kirby Smart. So they played on the team together. A lot of people don't even know that, man, but y'all got to do your homework, man. I told y'all, man. But Kirby Smart, man, he had a decent career. But, you know, he used to watch a lot of film, and he started getting into the art of coaching. Because Because he watched the film so much playing football, I guess he felt he could do a better contribution on the sideline. You know, so he became a great Georgia coach for the Bulldogs, and you know, Alabama. And then on top of that too, he liked film, and then he was under Nick Saban. So all that helped. Then it molded him to get his own team, and look what happened. Got two national championships. Almost won a third one. You know, we having trouble with Alabama. I ain't gonna lie, Alabama, they're throwing on your side, man, throwing in your skin, man. Like, it seems like sometimes when Georgia get up there to the big game and we need this win to beat Alabama and we play Alabama, sometimes we just freeze up. I don't know why. I still rock with them. I say every year that they lose, like, I ain't rooting for them no more. I always say that, but when the season come back, I'm right back on schedule. I do the same thing with Durant. When Durant like have some bad game, bad play, like, I ain't messing with Durant no more. Soon as that game come on, I'm locked in. I'm getting my snack, getting ready. Like I never said it the day before. If you a fan of a player or a team, it's in you. No matter what you say, you gonna watch it. That's why you're a fan. Like, you like that team, you like that player. Like, you can say whatever. You locked in that game though. When they playing, you locked in. No matter what, and I'm a proven fact. But yeah, man, I had to pull out that Kirby Smart, man. Like, dude was a monster, man, and I like that he played with Georgia on the college team. He grew up in Georgia, and he ended up coaching Georgia. Then he ended up winning 2 national championships for Georgia. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, Ray Charles be proud, man. You know, he made the Georgia song. Phil Maul, Ludacris, they were proud. You know what I'm saying? They rep Georgia, you know. I know Ludacris from like some part of Illinois, but he grew up in Georgia. And, you know, Phil Maul, legendary group Phil Maul, they from Albany, Georgia. So, yeah, man, Georgia, man. There's so many cities and parts in Georgia, man. Like, Georgia come together, man. That big G, you know what it is, man. But, yeah, man, Kirby Smart actually played college football for the Georgia Bulldogs before he started coaching the Georgia Bulldogs. And you ain't gonna get this information nowhere other than the Pull Out Game podcast. So, yeah, man, let me show the jersey again. Let y'all know what's going on with the vibes. Gotta show it again, man. Y'all know the rules, man. It's damn near like a rule, man. It's like a written law. The jersey have to be showed twice, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it to you. But yeah, here it is, man. Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart. Yeah, man. Y'all see the Kirby Smart, man. Yeah, it is, man. Kirby Smart, all still everything, man. Yeah, man, this Kirby Smart, all still everything, Georgia Bulldog jersey. Who would have thought? A lot of y'all didn't know Kirby Smart actually played college football, man. That's what's going on. That's the vibes, man. That's the vibes. So, yeah, man. Kirby Smart, all still everything, Georgia Bulldog jersey. Y'all know the vibes. I had to get to y'all, man. I had to, man. I just want to say this, man. Kirby Smart is a great coach. A lot of people get mad at some decisions he make on the field. But everybody not going to agree with, you know, everything that Kirby Smart do. Because sometimes he take big risks and it work. And if it didn't work, y'all be like, he the worst coach ever. But when it worked, they were like, damn, that was genius. So being a coach is not easy, y'all. I'm not a coach. So I wouldn't know what it's like to be an actual college or pro coach. But I ain't got to be in that position to know that's not an easy job, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not an easy job. So, the fact he brought a 2 championship, he from Montgomery. He grew up in Bainbridge, Georgia. And then he ended up playing for Georgia. You know, you got to pick where you go in college. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you get drafted to a college. And he elected to go to Georgia. And then he took the job that they offered him to be a college coach for Georgia. So I got to give Kirby Smart his props. He a legend out here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kirby Smart, man. You know what I'm saying? And no shout out to Tony Hinchcliffe, man. The lame George Floyd joke. Throw him and the joke in the trash, man. We ain't rocking like that, man. And I ain't trying to be anti-pro-black. I ain't trying to be pro-black or nothing like that. And like that, you know, I love my black people. You know, it ain't about that right now. It's about like what's wrong and what's right. You know what I'm saying? And if people do think I'm just pro-black, it's what it is. I'm a black man. But at the same time, man, I love all races. Whites, Asians, Hispanics, everybody, man. Everybody. Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, man. But at the same time, man, we always be the short stick of the joke, man. We always get, you know what I'm saying, get down talked on about our race, culture, heritage, all that, man. So, and, you know, slaves been slaves for so many years. It just, you know, a lot of black people, including myself, get tired of that, man. That's why they have so many slavery movies. 12 Years a Slave, The Butler, Roots, all that, because they just want to remind y'all that this what happened. Don't get comfortable. This what happened, y'all. That's basically what it is, man. But look, man, we ain't talk about Tony Hinchcliffe no more. He whack. We don't rock with him. He whack. The joke wasn't funny. I heard some of his other stand-up too, just to really be fair about his stand-up. He really not that funny though. Like, you know, I guess it's acquired taste if you like it. I don't know, but I'm not rocking with that. But look, this right here is Kirby Smart, all stick, everything, Georgia Bulldog jersey when he actually played for the Georgia Bulldog. No, this is not a Kirby Smart jersey that, you know, I went and slapped his name on the jersey and like, look, he the Georgia coach, so I'm going to make a jersey out of the Georgia coach name and put it on the jersey. Nope. This is actual jersey he played with Amari Hardwick was on his team or one of his teammates. This is it right here. Come on, man. Stop playing, man. They Kirby Smart, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. But yeah, man, they Kirby Smart all still everything Georgia Bulldog football jersey, man. I don't know. I can't remember his position too. Was he a center? I won't say he was a center. Or he was somewhere on the defensive line or offensive line or something. He was one of those, but I won't say he was a center. I could be wrong, but yeah, he was, like I said, defense. He was on the line some kind of way though. Cause you know the center, they be on the line too. So I can't remember if he was on the defensive lineman or offensive lineman or center. I can't remember, but he was somewhere in that realm though, what he was doing. And shout out to Amari Hardwick too. I might pull his jersey. I will pull his jersey out again, like just to give y'all a refreshing recap and refreshing memory of like Amari Hardwick jersey. So yeah, y'all stay tuned, man. A lot of more recap moments. I'm gonna re-pull out some more jerseys that already been on the podcast, man. Y'all deserve that. You know, a lot of people that were late bloomer to subscribing, and they go back and watch episodes, but they probably don't catch every episode. There's a lot of episodes been going on, man. So I'm gonna pull out some old jersey, like recap jersey I already pulled out. That's gonna happen too, but I got a lot of more new jersey that none of y'all seen yet. So it's going down, man. Y'all just stay tuned, man. For whatever go down, y'all gonna get it right here, man. The greatest jersey collection on the planet. But this is Kirby Smart, all stick, everything, Georgia Bulldog college jersey, man. I don't even know why I say college jersey. If I say Georgia Bulldog, you know that's a college. But a lot of people don't catch on. I don't know, but for those that don't catch on, Georgia Bulldog college jersey. The college jersey is Georgia Bulldog. Kirby Smart. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know it, man. And I'm up out of here. Y'all hold that thing down, man.
My brain is exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine and Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor.
What's going on? What going on, man? This your boy here checking back on in segment 3 Pull Out Game Podcast, man. You know the vibe, man. Episode 84. Let's get to it, man. Look, I just want to give a shout out to inside the NBA, Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson, of course them two fools, Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley, man. I know they had left TNT, then they transitioned to ESPN, and a lot of people thought we were gonna kind of fall off because they were thinking like, a lot of people saying like ESPN ain't gonna let them four do exactly what they wanted to do like TNT did, like that channel did, but they still bringing in a hot ticket, man. They still like bringing high entertainment. They slick, let them do what they want to do. I mean, you can't bring them to another network and not let them do what they want to do like they've been doing it. That's the reason y'all want them on there, because y'all like what they doing. They bringing in ratings. So y'all won't have to let them do what they do. But man, that show is so crazy because you never know what you're going to get. You never know what they're going to say or what they're going to do. They might have like some little gadgets, or they might have a little activity that they're doing. You just never know what they're going to do. And I just think that show is so dope. So I just want to give them a shout out, man. That's like literally watching a TV show for real. When the basketball game go off, that's literally like watching a TV show. Like, and it be like live in real time. They just, I don't know, man. They just got a knack to bring entertainment to people, man. They'll say whatever. Charles Barkley don't give a damn. Shaq, he'll say and do whatever. Shaq more of the daredevil of the show. He'll try and do stunts on the show. Charles Barkley more the I say whatever come out my mouth. And Kenny Smith played it in between. You know, he take the high road, but he's like the level head of the show. But he got a little antics too sometimes. And then you got Ernie Johnson. He like the leader. Excuse me. He like the leader of everybody. Ooh, give me some water. Yeah, but like I said, Ernie, he the leader of everybody. And you mesh that all together in one big gumbo pot. You got that show, man. Then you got Cradle, silly writers that like come up with different ideas, and you put all that together, man, you got a hell of a show, man. And I just want to give them their flowers, man, because I always thought that show was dope. Like, even if the game ain't good, you always look forward to watching Inside the NBA on TNT, man, because Charles Barkley and them, man, them boys a trip, man. So, yeah, I want to speak on that. Like I said, Charles Barkley, he said when he go to ESPN, he ain't going to do a lot of work. Because he said, look, he a famous ticket. Everybody know who he is. And he worth like $200 million or something like that. And I ain't doing all that work. He said he already paid and he ain't going to be doing this and that. Kenny Smith, I see him sometimes on First Take and different shows on ESPN since they moved to ESPN. But I think Kenny Smith do it just because he like the attention a little more than Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said, I love the attention too. But I don't mind just getting it just on Inside the NBA. I don't care about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see Charles Barkley here and there on different shows, like being a guest, and they interviewing him. But as a regular, Charles Barkley said, I ain't with that. I bet you they ain't gonna have me working like that. So that's crazy, man. But Charles Barkley always spoke his mind, man. What I don't like is folk be downplaying Charles Barkley, because they look at him like this fat, chubby dude. Well, he ain't fat no more. He done lost weight. I know he been talking making a lot of jokes about he taking Ozempic or one of them medicine that make you lose weight, them diet pills or something. But I don't know if he really taking it. I believe he is. I mean, he don't look like he like deteriorate like he on crack or nothing. But he did lose a lot of weight. And Charles Barkley been big and chubby and fat for a lot of years. And he loved to joke a lot. And a lot of people that don't know their real basketball history downplay him like he never was that guy. Charles Barkley is one of the top NBA players of all time. 75 players of all time, just top players of all time. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be top 100, top 150. He always gonna be that dude, man. But look, man, before we get all that too, I'm gonna pull out the next jersey, man. And the next jersey I'm finna pull out is this guy right here, man. Stop playing with this guy, man. Number 34, man. Stop playing with this guy, man. Number 34. Y'all see the gold NBA patch too, man. What? Man, who this is? No other than this guy right here. Charles Barkley. The one we were just got done talking about, man. We ain't done talking about him. Because he the next segment. Segment 3. You know what I'm saying? Number 34 on episode 84. What? I don't even be playing in this either. I just see it and think about it like how it's mapped out. After I done did everything. But yeah, this Charles Barkley, man. All still everything, man. This the Chuckster, man. Yeah, Charles Barkley, man. I think Charles Barkley, yeah, he played on Space Jam too. You know, he was good friends with Michael Jordan. And we're going to talk about that too. Yeah. The all still everything, Charles Barkley, man. Yeah. Charles Barkley, man. What? Charles Barkley, all still everything, Phoenix Suns jersey, man. You know what I'm saying? This the year that he went to the finals. You seen the tag at the bottom, the Mitchell and Ness tag, 92-93. That was the same year he won MVP of the league, man. Yeah, he was the MVP. And he went to the finals. He trying to close the deal by winning MVP and closing the deal by winning the finals and get a finals MVP. He put up some great numbers. But he ran into the dude they call Black Jesus, man. He ran into number 23. 34 ran into 23. And you know what happened when you run into 23 in the finals, man? And I'm talking about Michael Jordan 23. Not LeBron James 23. When you run into MJ 23 in the finals, you know the outcome. You know what happened. Charles Barkley said out his own mouth, when he played against Jordan in the finals, that's the first time ever in life that he really had to admit to himself that he wasn't the best player on the floor. Jordan was the best player. And he's like, you got to be really balling your behind off for me to think that somebody else on the court better than me. And Jordan was, and that's how Barkley felt. So, like I said, Barkley won MVP in 93. Like I said, don't get it twisted. I got Charles Barkley high school jersey, Charles Barkley college jersey. I got all that too. Got a lot of other Charles Barkley too, but we just want to highlight the MVP year because a lot of people be downplaying Charles Barkley like he wasn't one of them guys. Oh yeah, and I got Charles Barkley Philadelphia jersey too, the 76ers jersey. Charles Barkley jersey, yeah. Y'all stay tuned. A lot of more Charles Barkleys too, man. But this is when he won his MVP of the league, man. A lot of folks be downplaying Charles Barkley like he wasn't that dude. Like he just been a fat, chubby, you know what I'm saying, fat, chubby mess talk all his life. That's all he did. Charles Barkley was one of them ones, man. He was one of them guys, man. So y'all act like y'all know, man. But if y'all don't know, y'all better get to know it. And Charles Barkley, like I say, he won MVP. The season fell short when they went to against Jordan, the Bulls in the finals in 93. And, you know, after Jordan won that title, he retired. You know, his dad had just passed away. You know, he took a break off, played baseball for a year and a half, and came back. Y'all know the rest. He won another 3. He won 3 straight. He did a 3-peat again. So, you know that's dope, though, that Jordan number is 23. And he got 2 3-peats, 23. He had 2 3-peats, 23. That's crazy. Like, he said his mark and his number. That's crazy. You know, that's wild, man. I broke down why Jordan got the number 23. It was a reason. Y'all don't know, go back a couple episodes. In one episode, it's so much going on the episode, man. I can't keep up with them, man, but it's in the archives on YouTube, man. It's there on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's tucked right there for y'all viewership and y'all entertainment. But Charles Barkley, when he played with the Phoenix Suns, he left the Sixers and went straight to the Phoenix Suns. And he with Moses Malone and them boys, and Moses Malone was shaping him on what to do and how to win and how to be a winner. He was wet behind the ear when he was in Philadelphia, man. He just got there, and people were trying to encourage him to lose weight because he was kind of big when he was with Philadelphia. People was like, man, you gotta lose his weight, you gotta do this, and he listened to Moses Malone so much that it helped him, man. He really toned down the weight. He ended up going to the Phoenix Suns, and then he ended up winning MVP his first year with them boys. And then, he played 280 games with the Phoenix Suns, 36.3 minutes per game. He averaged 23.4 points per game, 11.5 rebounds per game, assists, 4.4 assists per game, 1.6 steals per game, and blocks, 0.8 blocks per game. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, y'all talking about Charles Barkley, not that dude? And field goal percentage, man. Let's talk about the field goal percentage. He was 50.1 percentage from the field goal percentage. 3-point percentage, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Y'all don't even want me to say that number. It was real limited. He really didn't shoot threes like that. Back then, Charles Barkley was a forward. He was like a power forward. And he played a position where he's supposed to be. He wasn't like the new era of basketball now. You got power forwards and center shooting threes. Now, if you was a forward or a center, you were hitting mid-range, moves in the paint, getting rebounds. You was in the paint. So, with that being said, don't get shot when I reveal this number of his 3-point percentage. His 3-point percentage was 0.9. Yeah, he really didn't shoot threes like that, y'all. He didn't. He know his role and he played his position, man. And free throw percentage, it was 75.1. Free throw percentage. So, it what it is though, man. Things like that happen, man. So, Charles Barkley though, like I said, the numbers I put up and showed y'all, he one of the ones, man. 92-93 season, 25.6 points per game, 12.2 rebounds per game, 5.1 assists per game. And 93-94, 21.6 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, 4.6 assists per game. 94-95 season, 23.0 points per game, 11.1 rebounds per game, 4.1 assists per game. And his last season with the Phoenix Suns, 95-96, 23.2 points per game, 11.6 rebounds per game, and 3.7 assists per game. So that's Charles Barkley for y'all, man. But like I said, Charles Barkley put in work, man. A lot of people are acting like Charles Barkley is just this mess talking, jive talking, this dude that just like to joke all day on Inside the NBA. So we had to shed light to let people know. I pulled out Shaq Orlando Magic jersey. Y'all stay tuned, got more Shaq jerseys. I wish I could get somebody like Shaq or Charles Barkley on the show, like on the podcast. That'd be dope. But yeah, man. Charles Barkley, one of the greats, legendary, iconic status. Don't get it twisted, think that he just an inside the NBA talker all day with Shaq and Kenny and Ernie. Like, Charles do this, man. He got in that fight with Shaq too. That was like the funniest thing, man. That was like, I think that was when Charles Barkley with the Rockets, and I think, yeah, Shaq was with the Lakers. Yeah, that was funny, man. That was like 2004 or something like that. But I know Charles Barkley had fell out with Michael Jordan because when he was on Inside the NBA, which he still is, but Charles Barkley used to critique and give his opinion on Michael Jordan being the owner for the Wizards. And he's saying Jordan wasn't doing a good job. And Charles Barkley and Jordan at the time were good friends. They golfed together They go out to eat together. They talk on the phone. They keep in touch, call each other like real live good friends. But at the same time, Jordan didn't like that. That, you know, Charles Barkley was talking all that stuff about him, and that's supposed to be his friend. But Charles Barkley, like, it ain't nothing personal. I got a job to do. I got to call it foul. If I ain't calling it foul, you know, that's my job in jeopardy. They gonna look at me like, you know, I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do. And for years and years and years, Jordan didn't talk to Barkley. Barkley, like, he stood on 10, though. He stood on business, like, hey, Jordan, my boy, and I love Jordan. I miss him, but I wouldn't, if I had to go back again, I would get the same take if that's what he did. So, Charles Barkley doubled down on it. He didn't back down and told what really happened. And then, you know, some kind of way, Jordan came back around, and Jordan and Charles Barkley ended up talking. They back friends again. So that's good. That's a good thing. They've been friends all that time, man. To argue over something like that, man, it ain't worth it, man. Like, y'all grew up, y'all came in the same draft, the 84 draft. And this is episode 84. That's crazy. But yeah, they came up together in 1984 draft. And the 1984 draft had a lot of great players, man. You know, Olajuwon and Stockton and a lot of players, man. And, you know, Charles Barkley and Jordan and all them. But, yeah, but they back friends. But Charles Barkley never bit his tongue for nobody, man. That's when he was playing in the league and outside the league, on inside the NBA and interviews. And Charles Barkley always been authentic. That's why everybody rock with him like that, man. So, Charles Barkley, like I said, man, don't get it twisted. Think he's just an inside the NBA commentator and talker. The dude, I just told you, dude put up numbers and won the MVP while Jordan was in the league too. So he just couldn't get past Jordan in the finals. But Barkley was something serious, man. And then he was on the Dream Team, man. Stay tuned. I might pull out the Charles Barkley Dream Team jersey. I ain't pulled out the Jordan Dream Team yet. But a lot of Jordans too, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Jerseys like is on deck here, man. Like the best jersey collection on the planet, the best authentic, all stick, everything jersey collection on the planet is right here. You already know the Pull Out Game podcast, man. We're pulling out some epic ones here, man. But he made the Dream Team, man. Need I say more? He made the Dream Team, man. You know, the Jordans, the Pippen, the Olajuwons. Was Olajuwon on the Dream Team? I don't think Olajuwon was on the Dream Team then. But, you know, you had Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton. Isaiah Thomas supposed to have been on the Dream Team, but a lot of that inside politics, they said Jordan didn't want him on the team, Pippen didn't, and they had a beef, and Jordan was a big hot commodity at the time for like main box office attraction, players that people wanted to see. So Jordan basically like, look, if you want me on the team, he can't be on the team. That's what they saying. I don't know how true that is, but that been a heavy rumor. But Charles Barkley was on that Dream Team, though. So stop playing with Charles Barkley, man. What we're finna do now, we pull the jersey out again or pull it up close and personal again, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I already pulled it out. Y'all see it, but Charles Barkley, man, I'll steal everything. This is MVP year jersey, man. Stop playing. Y'all seen the 92, 93 on the tag. That's the same year he won his regular season MVP. Stop playing. Yeah, man. Charles Barkley, man. Charles Barkley. All stick, everything Charles Barkley, my guy. Yeah, like I say, right here. I'm going to show it again. Mitchell and Ness Hardwood Classics. Oh, we're going to get this right. Hold up. Yeah. That's the year 92, 93, right? That's the year he won MVP over Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Went to the finals in that jersey to play against Jordan. But that's the year he lost to Jordan. That's the only year that Charles Barkley made it to the final, man. With this jersey right here. 92, 93 season, man. Charles Barkley, man. All stitch, everything. Woo, this thing clean too, but you know what I'm saying? Got some old Charles Barkley jersey too. If y'all some Charles Barkley fans out there, y'all stay tuned. It going down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's the vibes right here, man. Charles Barkley, man. Act like y'all know. Let me show that. It's stitched again, man. 92, 93 to hit MVP year, man. This is MVP jersey. MVP season. 92, 93, man. Stop playing with old Chuck, man. Stop playing with old Chuck. Jersey clean, too, but all stitched, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, this Charles Barkley, all stitched, everything. Gotta tip my hat to Chuck. He put in work in his basketball career. He went to Auburn College. Went to Leeds High School. He from Leeds, Alabama. So he, Leeds, Leeds, Alabama. That's where he from, and he went to Leeds High School, Leeds High School. So yeah, man, he's an Alabama boy, man. You know when the college tournament come around, Charles Barkley always talking about he rooting for Auburn. Of course, he went to the school, and he's from Alabama too. So why not root for them, But yeah, this Charles Barkley, man, like I said, he had a legendary career, his basketball career, and at the same time, he helped mold, inside the NBA. And I want to say it was first just Kenny Smith. Yeah, it was just Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson, and Charles Barkley came along, and then they added Shaq. I ain't gonna lie, when they added Shaq to inside the NBA, after they done had Charles, Kenny, and Ernie, I was like, damn, there might be too many people in here having an opinion. But I ain't gonna lie, it worked out perfect. Like Shaq added a little spunk to the show. He be doing his little, them little jackass pranks they be doing on the show. Jackass, he be doing like little weird prank. Shaq like the daredevil of the show, and then he say crazy stuff too. And it's just a combination and balance of like all good stuff, man. So shout out to all four of them. Like they do legendary work on inside the NBA. They was gonna like call it quits, but ESPN threw a deal at them that I guess they couldn't refuse, and they transitioned to ESPN called TNT. Their contract was up with TNT, so yeah. Luckily ESPN took them on, man. I think that show finna be done with, but ESPN revived them back with a contract, and when I revived them, they never left because they was in the midst of finna leave or going somewhere else. I don't know, but they end up doing their thing. And Charles Barkley just a legend, man. But like I said, man, this is MVP jersey for the Phoenix Sun. And I want to pull the jersey out to let y'all know that man ain't just like a donut eating, joke telling, crazy mess talking dude. Like the dude know his basketball, cause they talk a lot of basketball now too. It just get overshadowed by the inside the NBA antics that they do. It'd be funny too though. But Charles Barkley, man, he way more than just a commentator, man. This dude was a real legendary player, man. If y'all don't know, like, what this dude was and what he was capable of and what he did on the court, time to go do your homework, man. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta do homework on these players, man, for real, man. Y'all go do your homework on Dennis Eckersley, man. Go do your homework on Kirby Smart. And go do your homework on Charles Barkley, man. These people, man, they bring value to the culture of sports, man. Charles Barkley brought value to the culture of basketball. Dennis Eckersley brought value to the culture of baseball. And Kirby Smart, y'all already know, the Georgia Bulldogs, man. True, man. He brought value to the culture of football. You know what I'm saying? So, they're bringing value. These jerseys I'm pulling out, man, they're bringing value to the culture, man, of these sports, man. Basketball, football, baseball. So, yeah, so y'all do the homework. Y'all know who he is, man. Or know who he is, or sometimes who she is. Just never know. But, yeah, man. I'm going to show the jersey one more time, man. It's Charles Barkley, man. It's Charles Barkley, man. Yeah. Yeah, it is, man. Charles Barkley, all still everything, man. Yeah, man. But look, this Charles Barkley, all still everything. All still everything, man. All still everything. Authentic. Phoenix Suns basketball jersey, man. Charles Barkley, man. So stop playing. act like you know. That boy's a legend. If y'all didn't know, y'all know now. Go do your homework. See what Charles Barkley was about. Old Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Chuck was a beast. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we had to highlight these players, man. Episode 84. Y'all just been hitting them out with some old brass knuckles. You know what I'm saying? With these jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Of course, these jerseys is the brass knuckles. And y'all been hitting them out, man. So, yeah. Pull Out Game Podcast, episode 84, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode. You just never know who jersey gonna be on there, man. You just never know. You gotta stay tuned. But I appreciate y'all, man. For real, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I rock with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hold that thing down, man. And I'm up out of here. See y'all the next time, man. All right, man.
When drinking angry, the same with a mama. Pain with no gain is a bomber. Hit you with sticks.